That is why there is a very famous story. It's not a mythological story, it's a true happening, an incident. It's about a king called Manuneedhi Cholan. Have you heard about that king? No? You heard about it? No?
Which kingdom?
Huh?
Which kingdom?
Sri Lankan kingdom. He was a king in Lanka, Sri Lanka. Manuneedhi Cholan. So what happened was, he was a very strict dharmic ruler. When the case of applying dharma, adharma, he is very strict. He is a very unbiased person. If somebody does something wrong, whatever is the punishment, it is given. If somebody does something good, whatever is the reward, it is given. That kind of a person. So one day what happened, his son, the next king, the prince, he was riding a chariot. So he was very young person. So the youngsters, what do they like? Speed. For them, speed is very thrilling. So he was riding his chariot very fast. He was enjoying it. And suddenly what happened? One calf, it crossed the road. And suddenly he couldn't stop the chariot, and the chariot ran over the calf. And the calf immediately died. Okay. Then what happened? This happened so many years back. This cow, with the tears in her eyes, went and stood in front of the palace, king's palace. So the king came out, he is saying there is a cow with the tears in his eyes. So the king asked, whose cow is this? Why is Gomata standing here? Then the minister came and told, something happened yesterday like this. So we solved the issue. So the king asked, how did you solve the issue? We paid enough money to buy 10 cows to the owner of the cow. It was accidental. It was not intentional. The prince felt very bad. So he paid enough money to buy another 10 cows, and the problem is solved. Now, do you think the problem is solved? Why? Problem of?
Owner is solved. Problem of the mother cow.
Only half the problem is solved. The problem of, Prabhu used the right word. He did not use the word cow. What did he say?
Mother cow.
Mother cow. The problem of the mother cow is not solved. What is the problem of the mother cow? She lost her child. So how much pain she must have undergone. So the king said, the problem is not solved. Then what is the punishment? Then the king said, the real punishment should be given to me. The real punishment should be given to me. Then only the problem will be solved. But why? The king did not do anything. Why should the king be punished?
You want to see that baby's mistake, you want to see.
No, the Praja of the kingdom is like the sons of the king. So he's like a father. So if a son has done a mistake, usually see if it's juvenile, even in today's law.
No, he is not a juvenile. He is a grown-up adult, the next king.
Okay.
It is a young chap, that's it.
Yes.
So how can the king be punished? He is a major.
That's a mother and child pain you want to feel.
He did not see, it was not intentional. The prince also did not want to kill the calf. He is also a dharmic person only.
Mother mother cow is suffering, right?
Ah.
So that's why
Ah.
same king should feel it.
The king also should feel that.
So the only real solution is the pain the mother cow suffered should be suffered by
The king.
the king. Why the king?
Because his
Because
son
he
did
was
that.
son also.
Ah. So how that punishment can be given?
His son should be killed.
Huh? Kill the prince. You know? Kill the prince. So the king immediately ordered, hang him. Which father will do this? Imagine a politician, current day, modern day politician, in that king's position. His son drove a car and killed somebody. What will the father politician do?
Driver mistake.
He will put the driver inside the jail. It is driver's mistake. Some other person he will give money and put him in the jail. And he will send his son to America for higher studies. But this king said, it's a true incident. He said, hang him. The son has to be hanged, then only I will know the pain. And the son was hanged. It's a true incident. Manuneedhi Cholan. So, this is the quality of empathy. You feel the pain of that person. You put yourself in that person's shoes. So, we are discussing all these qualities about a yogi. So, don't think that yogi means he's simply sitting and meditating. No, he is very empathetic. He should feel for others' pains. That's why we say a Vaishnava is a para dukkha dukhi. You know, if you really feel the pain of others, then what you should do? Should give 1,000 rupees per head every day. What you should do? You should preach. That is how you should express your empathy. You take effort to preach, to spread the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, to spread the holy name. No, that is how we show our empathy. So, Krishna is saying you should be empathetic, and empathy doesn't stop only with human beings, it should also be extended to all the living entities. If you have empathy to all living entities, you cannot eat what kind of food? A non-vegetarian food. Why? Because you will understand how that poor living entity is struggling in pain when that animal is getting killed. Isn't it? See, I always used to think about it. It is not only the pain of killing. More than the pain of killing, what will that animal feel? Especially animals like bulls, who are very sensitive. Of course, there is a pain of killing, there is fear, but more than the pain of killing, there is some other pain that poor bull will feel. What is that?
I am also son of Krishna, like you.
That knowledge and all it doesn't have. Huh? The pain of betrayal. Till that day, this poor animal thought that this is my master. He is feeding me. He is taking care of me. He is giving me bath. But today, that very person has taken me to the slaughterhouse. And these bulls, these cows, they are very intelligent. You know, when you have a cow or a dog or whatever animal, you know, when you come back from office, they run, they will come and run. Isn't it? Haven't you seen that?
Yes.
They run to you, they hug you. I've seen some videos of some soldiers going to some distant place, some 2-3 months, they are not there. Then the family goes and receives them in the airport. The dog runs and jumps and hugs, and isn't it so happy that he's seeing the master back after some. So just imagine if that same master is taking that poor animal to the slaughterhouse, how much pain it will feel, isn't it? So more than the pain of getting killed, the pain of betrayal is so much. So, anyway, the point is be very empathetic. That is a very important quality of all devotees. Okay?